accountants and budget managers. The 9/11 attacks marked the first time that DIA employees were killed in the line of duty in the United States and was the largest single loss of life in the history of the DIA. Amid the bustle that Friday morning, September 21, 2001, Ana eased through security and past the armed military officers in the lobby. She settled into her sixth-floor cubicle, C6-146A, but she wouldn't be there long. A veritable squadron of FBI agents and twitchy DIA officers was hiding in nearby offices. They had even pre-positioned a nurse with an oxygen tank and CPR equipment as a precaution. For this was the day that Ana Montes, the Pentagon superstar analyst who had just won a prestigious fellowship at the CIA, was to be arrested and publicly exposed as a secret agent for Cuba. The FBI had worried for years that the Cubans had placed a mole deep inside the upper echelons of the U.S. intelligence community. But the special agent leading the case didn't have a name or even a government agency where the spy worked. The Bureau had at first clumsily hunted for an unknown subject, or unsub. Now, after years of digging on a case that the FBI had codenamed Blue Wren, the evidence was irrefutable that the Blue Wren unsub was, in fact, Ana Montes. In court-authorized break-ins of her apartment, the FBI had found secret communications with the Cubans on Ana's laptop, making it clear that Montes had revealed the true names of at least 4 covert U.S. intelligence officers who had been operating in the shadows in Cuba. The Cubans had thanked Ana, noting ominously of one American spy she had outed, quote, "We were waiting here for him with open arms." Ana Montes briefed generals and a president, won national intelligence awards, and helped craft U.S. government policy on Cuba. An acerbic personality known somewhat derisively in the halls of Washington as the, quote, Queen of Cuba for her mastery of Cuban military and political affairs, she led a dangerous double life. Montes leaked information that likely led to the death of an American Green Beret killed in action in El Salvador and the pro-American troops fighting alongside him. She freely shared the identities of hundreds of Americans working on Cuban intelligence matters around the globe. She revealed the existence of a stealth satellite so costly and highly classified that U.S. government officials still won't utter its name more than 2 decades later. Montes's betrayal was considered so grave that Defense Department hardliners wanted her to pay with her life. But it wasn't just those treasonous acts that convinced America's top counterintelligence executive to go before Congress and label Montes, quote, one of the most damaging spies in U.S. history. It was that she performed her duties so efficiently for so long, and in the process, quote, compromised all Cuban-focused collection programs. That's a bureaucrat's way of saying that Montes trashed practically every scheme the U.S. devised to eavesdrop on the Castro regime from the mid-1980s until 2001. What's more, Montes may have had access to as many top-secret files as the 2 worst traitors in modern American history, Aldrich Rick Ames at the CIA and Robert Hansen at the FBI. She not only poisoned nearly every secret plan that American intelligence officials hatched in Cuba, but she also helped author some of the U.S. government's own policies on the region. Montes was playing multiple hands of the deck at once, divulging highly classified information to an adversary with a long history of selling state secrets to her sworn enemies, and then turning around and influencing the way the U.S. understood and countered the Cuban threat. As one despondent victim described it years after Ana's arrest, quote, "My life's work went up."